Hello, you're live on the Pluta channel, and today I want to talk about wrist watches. And I just want to talk to you. I just want to mention something. I went into the city this week to I went to see a few. I went into the city to take out the AP I'd sold. I sold an AP ladies. So I went into the city and I wanted to get, so I went to the bank safe, okay? The bank safe. So I went to the bank safe, did a bit of, you know, just the usual shit, put some watches in, took some watches out. And then I went to see a watch shop. I don't know if I should. Brisbane Vintage Watches. Vintage Watch Co. And I got to tell you this. I saw a guy who was on one of the forums. And I mean, he knows me. He's taken me out for lunch and morning tea, and we've chatted watches. Completely ignored me. Absolutely ignored me. And I got to tell you, there are some really weird people in this watch collecting fraternity. And I'm not exactly sure whether these are the greatest friends to have. I'm not really sure whether these people, I'm not really sure if these people are the best sort of friends to have there, because they seem to be only self-interested in themselves. They want to talk about their fucking shitty watches, their shitty fucking watches. And I kind of get a bit cheesed off with the whole thing there. I get cheesed off, okay? I get a bit cheesed off. So there's no easy way to say it, but you know, the wristwatch fraternity, I don't know if they're the best people to have as friends. They're really quite nasty, and I've kind of had enough of the whole thing. I've had enough of these asshole friends who, you know, I don't know, they're 1 minute they're your best friend, next minute they've stabbed you in the back. And people who collect watches, I got to be honest with you, a lot of them are assholes. A lot of these people are fucking assholes. There's some really nasty fuckers out there, and I don't know whether your wristwatch collecting friends are really that fucking fantastic. I'll tell you another story. That same that same guy who just completely ignored me. I just went, oh hi, I went and shook his, oh hi, pretended like he hadn't seen me. What a fucking fake, just a phony, just absolute fucking phony. And all I can say is watch collecting people are assholes. That's all I can say. They're absolute assholes. A lot of watch collectors are just jerks. They really are jerks. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what it is with wristwatch collectors. Why are they jerks? Why are they such jerks? I don't know. I don't know why they're jerks, but all I can tell you is a lot of wristwatch collectors are really fucking jerks. They're self-interested. They're narcissistic, ego-driven. Their ego is spending what their wallet can't finance. You know, they're just really pretty mean. I don't know a nice way to say it, but there's some really nasty, vicious fuckers in this fraternity of wristwatch collectors, and I am a bit concerned. I am concerned that these people are such phonies, and it's disappointing. I'll just say that much. It really is disappointing that these people can be such phonies. They are so fucking phony. And I just think sometimes these people who collect watches are just jerks. They're really jerks, and they're not really your friends. They're just jerks. That's what they are. They're not. They don't care about you one way or the other. They just, hey, how are you, my good friend Clive?
Oh, pretty good, Paul. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm feeling really flat, Clyde. Not doing too well at the moment. Mental health alert. Mental health alert. I was just saying, I went into the city because I've actually, by the way, Clyde, I sold that ladies AP. I don't know if you know this. I had this AP, ladies two-tone AP quartz, which is not, it's not a bad watch, but I've been wanting to sell it for ages. So I went into the city, finally took it. I love the coffee mug, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I went into the city to actually get it out of my bank safe. I sold it to somebody. They got an absolute bargain, I must say. Absolute bargain on it. And I went into my good friends at Vintage Watch Co. And there's a guy, I saw a customer there who knows me. He's taking me out for morning tea. And he just stands in the corner and pretends he doesn't know me. You know, sometimes these the watch fraternity are a bunch of jerks. A lot of watch collectors are narcissistic jerks. And that same guy, someone else told me a story.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I was thinking about myself just now.
Sure. A lot of watch collectors are jerks. They're narcissistic jerks.
That was wasting a perfectly good joke there.
Okay.
Anyway.
Now, yeah, a bit flat today, Clive. Very flat. I've just been a bit down, Clive. Life can't always be rosy. Life can't always be rosy. And Tanzillan can't always be on the super chat. You know, it's just, I don't know what to say. I just feeling, I felt really good this week. Some personal issues came up. And I bought 2 watches. I had a really nice, I'm really happy I bought those watches. And now I'm just feeling a bit down, Clyde. The collectors are just jerks. A lot of people are jerks. What's happening in your world? You're looking a bit thinner, I must say. You're looking thinner. You look really good in that suit there. I mean,
thanks. I'm also having a great hair day.
Yeah, and I like the tie. You got that tie really. That's a really good knot you got there.
Yeah, not really, but
it looks good, Clyde. What are you wearing today? Wristwatch check. What are you wearing?
The official watch, the unofficial watch of ArchieLuxury, Bulova. Well, and here's the funny part of it. You know, you're talking about the vintage minefield.
Yeah.
This one actually has Accutron. I was actually talking to Uberoki's pocket jeweler. And he basically said the hands were corroded to hell. So I put on Accutron hands because, quite frankly, they're better hands. They're also, Accutron was a sister company of Bulova. And he said the bezel that was on these were weak and they're crappy. So I put on a Accutron bezel.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's like, you know, I think it looks better. Yeah, well, they don't like it because it's like alterations. I actually think I kind of like this thing. I think it looks better. It's a better quality watch, and this is the way people used to work on watches in the old days. I mean, this wasn't a Rolex. This wasn't a luxury watch. It was a tool. And
what year is this watch? That 60s or 70s? What is it?
60s.
60s.
Yeah.
Any other purchases?
Well, I'm looking at a Movado triple date from late 50s. That's pretty cool.
Movado triple date.
Right.
Yeah.
Now then, now here's something else I would like to ask your advice on.
Sure. Please fire away.
Well, I was talking to Uberki's pocket jeweler this morning, and we're talking. Patek Philippe came up. He's like, I didn't think you were interested in Patek Philippe.
Sure.
Why do you say that? Because you've never brought it up. It's just like, you know, Glenn, I don't have to necessarily tell you that I'm interested in breathing and blowjobs, but I think you can safely presume I'm all for either one, preferably at the same time.
I see. So what sort of Patek was it? Tell me. Give me the specs, Clive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is Patek 5054 Juliet.
Okay. Let me just going to jump on 5054.
Yeah.
Okay. J is for yellow gold.
Right.
Okay.
Now here's what he was saying.
Interesting piece. Interesting choice there. They're a little bit small. I think they're about 35 mil, aren't they?
36. 36.
Okay.
So not like teeny tiny. It's not like TGV small, but you know.
I'll bring a picture up of it there. Now these were interesting. These came out when Patek was introducing what they call useful complications, which was basically mean affordable complications. These were the first series. How much do you need to pay for this thing? Tell me that. Give me the price. How much do you need to pay?
Well, the thing is, let me get to the story there real quick.
Yep.
The guy got it, fell out of love with it.
Yeah, it is a bit small. Yeah, go on.
Fell out of love with it. Uberoki kind of had a little website that had been doing great at one point, but had been kind of languishing. He'd kind of moved on or got distracted and moved on to like brick and mortar sales.
Sure.
So it was listed on the website. I'm not going to say what it was for $21,000.
Ooh, expensive.
Well, here's why. Okay, here is. But whoa. Here, in the basically that jeweler leans in and says, you know, that guy, it's been on there for a while. The guy's not happy. He's like, you know, I know he'll take less than that. He's like maybe 9, 8, maybe even 7.
Yeah. It's a strange model, that the 5054. It's a great model because it uses the same movement that's in the world time. It uses the 240 movement. It's got that micro rotor. It's got the officer's display back, which Patek charges a fortune for that display back. Right. Maybe it's time for you to pull the trigger, Clivey.
Well, you know, the
what are they going on chrono for?
21.
Yeah, chrono's a bit all over the place at times.
Starting at 21.
I mean,
so I talked with a couple of people since, you know, this is while the pontiff is sleeping, that have access to Patek or that have experience with Patek, and I'm trying to protect their anonymity. Let's just call one Hondanes, and the other one we'll refer to as Duty Robson.
Sure.
All right. So I spoke to Duty first.
You haven't bought it yet, have you? Because for 21, no. I'll sell you my world time.
No. So but literally it's like 7, 8, or 9. I mean, so obviously my ears are perking up and thinking bargain.
It is. I think if you can get it for that, it is a bargain. Yes, I would buy it. You definitely would have to buy it.
Well, but here's what Duty was saying. Duty was saying run as fast as your chubby little legs will carry you, son.
And buy it or not buy it?
Not buy it. Run away from it. Run.
Why's that? Why did he say that?
Well, he's basically said, now look, I didn't say Hondanes was bald, Lewis. Let's just play along with me here. But Duty basically said yellow gold is soft. No one really wants Pateks in yellow gold.
No.
Look at Archie's. Look at Archie's world time, and what a colossal cock up that was.
Well, hey, hang on a minute. hang on a minute. Let's back the truck up. Yellow gold always has a market, right?
Not as it's out. It's out. You know, right now yellow gold is out. Rose gold is in.
Yeah, hang on. Let's reverse this truck here. Just back the truck up. In Asia, Hong Kong, Singapore, yellow gold is always wanted. Okay, so number one. Okay.
Right.
Secondly, I mean, I've actually turned down offers to sell the world time. I had a guy who ended up buying one through European Watch Co. in Massachusetts, Boston. He paid 23.5 for a yellow gold world time like mine. Right. So I when you say it's soft, I don't think that's the case, because the new world time that Patek's released only comes in rose or white, which means the yellow is going to become desirable because it's not produced anymore by them. It's going to mean, oh, I want a yellow one.
Maybe in the world time, but not in the complications.
No, Patek is always known. Patek is always
a hellaciously busy dial. You know,
Patek is always known for yellow gold. Yellow gold is, I mean, Patek is a dress watch. Okay, yellow gold can never go wrong. I think he's talking through his ass to be complete.
Power reserve at the 11, you know, box, and we're tossing box and papers. Power reserve at the 11. Yeah. You've got a calendar with a moon phase at 7, and then the second hand at 4. There's a lot going on with that dial.
Yeah, it's a cool watch. At that money, you should grab it. Is it box and papers or what? What is it?
Yeah, allegedly, yes.
If you can get it for 10, I'd buy it. If I was you.
What if I could get it? What if I could get it for 7, 8, or 9?
Anything. I think you'd be safe buying that up to about 12. If you can get it for 7 or 8 or 9, you should grab it. I mean, look, the problem is it is a wee bit small, 36 mil. It's like my world time is 37. I like the way everyone criticizes it. It's 37, okay? It's 37. But in all honesty, 36 is okay. 36 is okay. 37 is okay in a Patek. Patek seems to be a little bit more conservative than most watch companies. I would seriously say to you, if you can get it for that price there, grab it. If you're serious, if it really does exist, Clive, I reckon that is it's a nice reference. You'll always get out of it with a profit. Yellow gold soft. Who the fuck is he kidding? Who the fuck is he killing? Is this like saying yellow gold president is always wanted? Okay? Yellow gold president is always wanted. That's what they want. I mean, you can't tell me a yellow gold president is not wanted. Oh no, it's the wrong. No, that's bullshit. Patek is always wanted.
Is it softer probably than white gold or platinum or rose gold? Yeah, probably.
There's other problems. There's other problems that your boyfriend doesn't seem to remember, right? White gold from that era, from Patek, was actually rhodium plated. So there's maintenance issues with the rhodium. Okay? Okay? There's rhodium issues, okay? There's rhodium. I think yellow gold, nothing wrong with yellow gold. The rule is rose or white is 10% premium. That's it. There's nothing great, nothing wrong with any of those metal choices. It's not like one's a dog.
Okay.
I've never heard so much bullshit in my life. Yellow is soft. You got to be joking. What is gold? When people say yellow, when they say gold, they don't think of red gold. They think of yellow. That's what they in their mind.
Well, the other thing is like the service history. They're a booger to service because they're complicated. So he was thinking that
who's this?
Duty Robson.
He was thinking what?
That it's not one of their iconic pieces. It's basically his thing is if they sell it for 7 or 8 or 9, there's a reason why they're doing that.
Because you're in Hickville, you're in Oklahoma.
Love Triangle, Uberoki, Clyde, and Archie. Stephen K. $2, New Zealand.
Yeah.
So I then talk some, but okay, this is where I'm coming from. Then again, I'm a contrarian. You know, when I got that Yachtmaster, the Yachtmaster was not exactly the most popular, especially in two-tone. That Yachtmaster was not exactly the most popular kit in class.
Mm.
And that Yachtmaster's probably gone up to, from, I got it for 5, and it's probably worth 8 now, conservatively.
Look, let me say this to you. You compare that watch to a 5227. That's also got the hinged back. They're fucking super expensive. That anything with that hinged back, Patek charges a fortune for. It uses the 240 movement, which is that's their better automatic. The micro rotor one is considered better than their it's considered slightly better than their the big rotor one, okay? By purists. That's the same movement they use in the perpetual calendar, is a 240 base. It can't do center seconds. That's why if it does have seconds, it's always a sub seconds. It can't do center seconds, that movement, because of the design of it.
Well, so anyway, but I wasn't convinced because, to a lot of ways, I am a contrarian, because even though I was talking, I had another quick follow-up with the Uberoki's Pocket Jeweler, and he's like, they're saying, well, they're saying that yellow gold is soft. He's like, yeah, it is this week. And to me, being, buy low, sell high is what I'm thinking.
I don't think yellow gold will ever be soft. That's bullshit.
But $2 super chat, James Wand. I like Clive's new solo show. We want more. Thanks. It's nothing. It's just me musing about thoughts. Now, are
you going to buy it, or are you going to dick around, Clive?
I'm going to probably dick around a little bit. That thing has been sitting there for a while, and the longer it sits there, time is on my side. But in a lot of ways, I'm a contrarian. So I'm thinking, well, if it's unpopular right now, it'll probably become popular later on. As we know, Rolex is the unpopular ones now become the super popular ones later.
That was never unpopular. That model there is never unpopular. It's one of the entry-level complications. Came out late 90s, early 2000s. That's a great reference. Patek very rarely has things that are unpopular. I mean, that's not a Patek thing. Patek it's a dress watch, for fuck's sake.
Well, and then I was also talking to Han Danes, the movement guy. And basically, Han was basically
fuck him. He's negative. You know that? He just gets jealous because he doesn't have these things and he criticizes it. Have some balls, Clive, and just buy it. Both those guys there.
Well, yeah, and I was actually thinking it might be a good. Yeah,
it's a great watch. It's a great watch. It's a little bit small, 36, but it's a Patek. Patek makes.
I mean, it's not like a 33. It's not like a woman's size.
No. 36 is fine.
It's like a country woman's size now. It's like a Ukrainian woman's size now. So not exactly woman's size, more like unisex, really.
Well, the president's 36. Your president's 36, anyhow.
Exactly.
Has it got a tang buckle or a deployant clasp?
Deployant clasp, I believe. Or wait a minute,
The deployant clasp is worth $2,000 by itself.
Yeah, no, I can't really send. Well, I can send you the. I can send you the picture.
You don't need to. You don't need to send it to me. Clive, just buy the fucking thing.
Yeah, I'll ask.
Stop listening to these losers you surround yourself with and just buy it.
So yeah, that's really about it.
Rudy. Problem with Rudy is he
super
lives.
chat. Stephen K. New Zealand $2. I would buy it. Gold watches always have a market.
Yeah, Rudy is just so.
I didn't say it. No duty.
Duty. I gotta be completely honest with you. He's so far removed from reality. He wouldn't know what reality was if it bit him on his ass. Okay, and as for other fuck,
he's got a cool. Well, he's got a cool ass collection.
I wouldn't listen to anything that comes out of his mouth.
He told me he thought you had the best YouTube watch review channel on. I mean, he thought you had the best YouTube channel.
I'm in a bad mood today, Clive. I'm in a bad mood today. Everything's gone shit. I'm in a bad mood today, but I honestly think you should buy that one. I'm in a bad mood today. I've had a lot of disappointments. Just things aren't going so well.
Well, I have to go to.
I'm not angry at you. I'm not angry at you, but
I get that. I get that.
I had a fight with my dad.
Oh, really? What'd you guys fight about?
He reckons I pry too much into his personal life. I had a fight with. Who else did I have a fight with? I had a fight with a friend of mine, Herman. He's angry that I haven't visited him in months. But he lives 100 kilometers away from me. It's a round trip's about 140 kilometers. Okay.
Is he like? Is he the one with cancer?
No, he's got diabetes.
Okay.
So, I mean, fuck. Everyone's having a go at me. I'm just having a hard time. Look, Rudy's not a bad guy, but fuck, the guy is. I mean, I'm not jealous of anyone, but fuck me, dead. Some of these people. We got to battle. Like me and you, Clive, have to battle. It's all very well when you're picking one out from the boutique and you're paying retail. You can pick the rose gold and the white gold. But when we're bottom feeders. We're at the bottom of the pile. Beggars can't be choosers. And yellow gold is never that terminal. I mean, I'm serious. Yellow gold is never that terminal. That's just bullshit. That's just, I don't know what the hell he's smoking.
Well, I also have to take off half the day. I have to drive to Tulsa tomorrow. I've got a cousin that's passed, so I've got to go to a funeral. They have it at 10 o'clock.
Shit.
10 o'clock in the morning.
There's no live show tomorrow then, is that correct?
No, it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. If you're not up for it, I completely understand, Clivey.
Well, I hate to say it, but my mom and her sisters, they all dropped litters at roughly the same time. So this is an older cousin. He knew my older sisters pretty well. Mm-hmm. And I knew his younger brother and his younger sister. So we, cousin Tony, I saw him maybe like 4 or 5 times, but it's just like, well, he is kin. So
yeah. You're going to visit him? You're going to go or not?
Oh yeah. Of course I'm going to go. It's an hour and a half away. What I'm going to also do, I've also got something in Rogers County on Monday. I'm thinking maybe I can grab the file and go talk to the prosecutor since I'm like 30 minutes away and maybe try to knock that out early. Possibly. So, by the way, if you see me diving for my phone, it's going to be this prosecutor.
No worries, Clivey. Anyhow, things have been a bit shit. I got to do some more paid reviews. It's what more can I say? It's just all it's all gone pear-shaped, Clive.
Otherwise, I've had a great day though. I mean, other than the whole kinfolk dying. Literally I had an afternoon that just chaos coming at me from 5 directions, and I just
Have you sold any watches? Have you sold any watches? I reckon that Patek would be better than the president to have.
$5 super chat, Stephen K. Archie, you've always said that it had to hurt. I doubt Duty had ever felt that pain to buy. So I view his opinions as not valid given he doesn't have the pain. Yeah,
I think that's very true there. I mean, look, I don't hate the guy, but
no. I mean, then again, it's not like he's a schmuck with too much money. He really does have some knowledge. He does have some serious knowledge there, and yet it's to me almost someone Okay, well, we'll get to this. Stephen K. Super Chat. Well, I'm trying to get this other one. Okay. Is it two on the same one? I think Stephen K. said twice. Let me go back and make sure I got everything. Well, okay, but also sometimes though, okay. It's showing same super chat showing up twice, but okay. To me, it's almost more valid because, remember, Dr. Bruce, remember you are an original horologic trendsetter. That's nice. That was a nice super chat by Dr. Bruce.
Dr. Bruce, actually, he's the one who bought my Breitling. Did you know that?
Oh, the white dial? Nice.
No, the black dial.
Okay.
And I got to say, Dr. Bruce, it's funny, but the I got to tell you the truth there. I think the non-ceramic Super Ocean is better. The one that you've got is actually kicks ass. I think it is better. Okay, I think the ceramic looks wrong on a heritage diver.
That's super. Yeah. Well, to me, okay, but I understand what you're saying. He has to hurt. On the other hand, there, two of the things that I have, two of my biggest problems are impatience, and also being a little bit too much of a bargain hunter. I mean, it could be. And the reason why I was primarily interested in it's like, what? You mean I could get it for $9 and it's everyone else is selling it for $21? That's when the
no, you got to understand the market for those pieces there is you got to find the right market. I don't know whether Oklahoma is the right market.
And it could be, and that's that's why I think it might be. That's why I think it might be on that.
I think it's a good watch. If I had the money, I would buy it for 10.
What if you could get it for 7?
I would buy it at 7, no problems.
Okay.
I don't think it's as valuable as the World Time because it's a bit smaller and the complication isn't as cool. But I reckon at the price you're talking, you can't go wrong. It is a very cool piece. That is a great movement. It's very conservative. That's the other thing too. It's an officer's watch. It's got the legs, the very, very, very conservative design that, as long as you like that. Like, the Calatrava that I had before, the 5107, that was more happening. It's more like 60s. And the World Time is kind of more cooler. It's got crown guards, whereas this one here is a very, very, very conservative watch. That's not to say it's bad. I'm just saying it's just very conservative. It's a great. I think it's a great piece. When you look at it, what it is, it's a great piece. You should grab it. Grab it. It'll make you happy in life.
I have to admit though, the watches do bring happiness. The watches do bring happiness. And to be honest, it is almost, it does appeal to my nasty, bottom feeding, bargain shopping, nasty nature of it. And the fact is someone bought it new and is losing a ton. Normally people feel bad about exploiting and profiting off the misfortune of others. Fortunately, I'm a lawyer.
I reckon it looks fantastic. Personally, I think it looks great in white or yellow. That's my own opinion on that model.
Right.
I think white or yellow. Yellow would probably be my first preference in that model because it's very conservative and yellow is more conservative. I think it's a great watch. It's a moon phase, Patek, for God's sake.
I will send you a picture of it.
How many moon phase Pateks can? That's just a cool thing.
Sending you one on iMessage, but it has the website information, so do not.
No, I won't share it. I won't share it.
I hear. I see that you got it.
Yeah, no, that looks beautiful. I think it looks gorgeous in yellow. How could you not fucking love that? That looks beautiful in yellow. What the fuck's he talking about?
But you see, now here's also the thing, though. You know, it's Rolex. Rolex is the kiddie pool. You know, the Holy Trinity. It's now I'm swimming in it. Do I want to go into the shark cage?
Look. No, hang on a minute there. Look, you have a reverse. You had a Reverso, right?
I have a Reverso, yes.
That's a great watch. I told you to buy that, right?
Right.
You asked me about doing a swap for your Yachtmaster two-tone for a Master Control. I told you not to do it, right?
Right.
Buy this Patek. That is something you should buy.
Well,
okay?
And like I said, I know the
he's
guy
selling it. What the problem is? Okay, let me give you an example. What the problem is? This is a 10-year-old Bentley. You can't sell these fuckers in Oklahoma. You got to go to Beverly Hills or California to sell it. The people where you live drive pickups. Okay, so it's the wrong market for that watch. It's extremely conservative. That's not where you sell that. He's selling it into the wrong market. Okay?
Gotcha.
That's what he's doing. Look, if you were picking a new one, would I necessarily buy that? Not at 21. I wouldn't buy it at 21, no. But for the prices you've mentioned, that sounds like it's got plenty of upside. You'll always sell that. Now, Clive, what else is happening? What's happening collecting-wise? Anything else interesting?
No, not really. You know, I've been hearing some buzz that Movados are about the next. You know, all the vintage pieces are going up drastically, and that's been a process that's been going on for years.
Did you sell that thing we spoke about? What was that watch you had? That
the Bulova?
No, the one that Hodinky had. What was that?
The Bulova.
Oh, that's the Bulova.
Yeah.
Oh, you decided to bastardize it.
Well, no, actually, the old school watch.
I hope you kept the old parts for it, bud.
Well, and the thing is, well, here's the thing. That's
Did you keep the old parts?
No, the old parts were damaged. The bezel was lost, which was a common occurrence with these. The bezels would just either break or pop off, and the hands did not last terribly well. So, but I'm thinking, you know, that's what I'm thinking about the vintage minefield, because this one I think looks every bit as good as that one does. So the bezel and the hands are like $2,000. Man, I need to go around. I need to go around to start finding Bulova hands and bezels. Hey, I'll sell you these for $1,500. Come and get them. Step right up, folks. But you know,
hey, that's that watch in white gold, by the way. Can you see that, Clivey? Look at that. That's what it looks like in white gold. I don't think it looks terrible in yellow. I don't think it's terrible in yellow. Right. It's nice in white. Yes, it is. It is cool. But I got to tell you, I think in yellow it fucking pops. And I don't like the white gold from that period because it had to be rhodium plated, which I'm not a big fan. I had one that was I had the Patek that was rhodium plated. I'd prefer the yellow. The yellow's cool. Nothing wrong with that.
I've noticed. There's a comment saying one of your competitors, who shall not be named, but wears a lady-sized watch, AP, is now taking super chats on his channel.
Ah, okay. Jeez, there you go. That's how it goes, isn't it?
By the way, now, if anyone else had a very pressing question concerning whether they should buy a specific watch or not, what would be a good resource for them to use?
They could do a paid review with me, Clive. I'm doing paid. I'm starting to pump them out. I don't know if you noticed yesterday. I put a few up there.
I have.
3 brands to stay away from. What did you think of that?
Cartier, Zenith, and I forget what the other one was.
Ulysses Nardin.
Oh yeah, I've never understood Ulysses Nardin. Though then again, I think Zenith is kind of making a little bit of a comeback as well. They actually came up with. They also did one with Bamford, another Zenith. You know, it's just like anything else. AP just does nothing with the Royal Oak. Zenith does nothing but the El Primero. But the Bamford, the one they did with Bamford, looked pretty nice. The Zenith El Tipo one, like World War II military, nice simple black dial, that looks pretty nice. And the same article on Hodinkee also showed a titanium one with more of a classic one. I like those. I mean, I really like those. And here's the thing: the Bamford one is not. Dig this. It's not a special edition. Yeah.
Do you like the Bamford one?
I like the looks of it, but to me, literally, okay, everyone's going back to like the original Carrera and the original Daytona. They're going back 60s, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the thing is, okay, all the fakers, Dr. Bruce, steal their ideas from AC3. $2 super chat. All the fakers steal their ideas from AC3.
Okay.
But see, in a way, and that's the other thing. I mean, so far, Zenith, you know, I've been looking at Zenith and part of thinking, God, it's like 2 steps away from greatness. They've got a great movement. They've had a history that's just goes on forever. They make all their parts in house. They can service every watch they've ever made, like AP and Patek Philippe and Vacheron Constantine. But it's you know, they always choke at the last minute. They're always just like 2 steps away from greatness. And I think part of that is partially, it's like I realized transitional CEO, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, well, that's part of the problem right there. They've got a babysitter at the helm for the last couple of years. And if you're transitional, if you're a CEO, if you're a babysitter, you really can't make any marks. All you can do is just kind of keep the helm steady. And part of it is just I look at their designs. The El Primero series, do you like those chronographs with the skeletonized dials?
Personally, no.
I hate them. Well, what the hell are you guys thinking?
No, they're trying to make it look like a tourbillon.
A tourbillon or a Hublot or whatever. But the thing is,
I know, I hate that. It's the open heart. Open heart, it's called. Open heart.
Yeah, because guess what? All that stuff makes it harder to read the registers on the chronograph, which is the point of a chronograph. I mean, and everyone is basically wanting to take shots at the watch industry for going back homage, you know, going back and revisiting previous designs. I think Zenith should actually go and do it. You've seen some of my vintage pieces from like the 30s and 40s. Because it seems like everyone wants to stop at Carrera and Daytona, and those are great designs. Don't get me wrong, but I'm wondering, do you think they could maybe go all the way back to 30s or 40s and maybe do cream dials or white dials with more elaborate printing on there?
Very interesting. I quite like the El Primo, which has got the 3 different colored eyes.
Yeah.
I think that is beautiful, but that's very 60s. That's a 60s. That's a very 60s. The colors are very, very 60s. Right. I got to tell you, Zenith is a fantastic brand, but it's been a fucking dog, really, hasn't it? What's happened? I'm just going to call up here, Clivey. Let's bring up a picture of some Zeniths here. Here we go. Here's some Zeniths. This shit here, right? With that open heart, I don't. Why would you? It's just stupid, right? But they do it like this. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Those 3 different colored eyes. Isn't that beautiful? I
do. I like that.
I would actually. I'm thinking about getting one of these down the track, maybe. This is a 36,000. It's very high beats, high beat chronograph, which.
Well, and I hate to say it, but a super collector with, like I said, got the little Gruen reverse panda like I did, and that's just a classic, simple design. It's actually readable. You can actually hit the button at 36 millimeters and read it.
Yeah.
But, you know, there are even better
I
designs.
think these are cool. I'll just be 1 minute. I got to take this call. Just cover me, please.
Okay. BWC. Where is that other one? Clinton. Well, there is like another chronograph that is just peachy keen. All right. There's like another one that's a Helbro style that is just a delight. And it's a white dial, but it you know, it's actually original. It's not a redial, and it has 3 or 4 different colors, printing colors on the dial to kind of give you an indication what's going on.
Sorry
what's wrong
about
with
that, Clivey. Sorry, that was a builder. He's doing some repairs to this investment house. It's not my house. I don't live here. I just occupy it. They're doing some repairs to get premium dollars for it. Right. When my lease comes up, they're going to sell it, I think.
Right. Well, yeah, and throw you out of it, obviously.
I'm just gonna refuse to leave. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Hell no, you won't go. Anyway, yeah, but I think there's nothing. I think there's nothing wrong.
Would you buy a Zenith?
I have a Zenith. I have 2 Zeniths.
They are magnificent watches. Why aren't they popular? And I look at this Zenith here with their 3 different eyes. I think they're beautiful. These are fucking amazing Zeniths, right? But then they do things like that thing you've got, and I can see why they're not selling, you know?
Well, true. But here's the thing also, if they ever get their act together, my God, the people, you know, Helbros, not a redial.
Okay.
It's got a Venus movement, so the registers are at 12 and 6 rather than 3 and 9, so it's a 2 register. And oh my God, I mean, look at how beautiful that dial is.
Now I'm just gonna have to. I'll just be 1 second if you don't mind. I need to go and get some. The builder's coming over. I've got to go and put some pants on. I'll just be 1 minute. You just cover me for a minute, and I'll come back until the builder comes here.
Okay, it's so old. It's Devil Divers on Watch Recon for 600. Hodinkee applies to Hodinkee effect only applies to Hodinkee watches Hodinkee sells. Well, I've kind of wondered about that because another question is Hodinkee basically kind of taking advantage of the goodwill of its readers or of its fan base? Is it possible that they would pit up any watch and just talk it up and just use flowery fluff language? And no, that's not a cardinal on the wall. I'm waiting for my cardinal print to actually come in. But is Hodinkee taking advantage of it? It's hard to say. Sometimes I suspect that they are. Has to drop the kids off at the pool. Can you hold on for 1 second?
I'm back, Clivey. I'm back.
All right, I've got the orifice calling in. Hold on.
Okay, that's okay. Yep, that's okay. Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury here, and we've been discussing some of these vintage watches, and I gotta tell you, it's an interesting situation. There are some brands that are best left alone. I think Zenith, unless you really know what you're doing, stay the fuck away from it. Very, very, very soft indeed. You got to be so careful going the Zenith way. Sorry, Clive, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Well,
Zenith,
yeah,
I just said you got to be careful. I just made a public service announcement. Be careful with Zenith.
Well, but it's not one of those things. It's not too late for Zenith to turn it around, to get someone who's actually sane. I think they're making some steps in the right direction with their more classically oriented watches. And actually, the Elite hand on in rose gold that I'm just currently lusting over, I think that's a hell of a watch, especially for the money. Would I buy one new? No, absolutely not. But that's, you know, but you could also make the point that maybe the traditional ArchieLuxury advice would come into play. Maybe you should, instead of, you know, I don't know if I would spend the money on a Rolex Daytona, quite frankly. But if you could get like a solid, I mean, and Han Danes was actually showing me a solid gold Zenith gray market for like 10,000. Rose gold Daytona, I mean, rose gold El Primero, and that thing looked slicker than snot on a doorknob for $10,000. I mean,
I'd rather buy that Patek, Clive.
Come on, don't you like the Bulova more? See, when you hold it up this way, it almost has two horns, doesn't it? Bulova.
So tell me this, Clivey. When are we going to do another show again?
Oh, I think we're still due. I think, you know, like I said, the funeral is 10 o'clock in the morning. I will probably then try to run by. I'll probably try to run by Rogers.
How old was he? How old was he?
Not really sure. Probably early 60s. I think he's like.
Shit! What went wrong?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just like. No, his sister I talked to a little bit more, but she was making announcements on Facebook. I'm like, what, are you a freaking millennial? Really? Anyway, but I mean, you know, he worked on a railroad, and he was a hard-working guy. It could be maybe the body gave out.
Early 60s?
Yeah. You have a job. You have a job that really. There's some jobs that really physically can take it out of you.
Shit. Okay.
But and like I said though, but the reason for my hesitancy, like I said, Rolex. I'm comfortable with Rolex. Rolex is the kiddie pool. It's possible. I mean, especially right now with the price bubble and everything else. It's possible to go in, and no matter what happens, if you hold on to it long enough, you'll eventually get your money back. There's no way to really go wrong with Rolex. And, you know, when you think about it, Rolex, is it as haute horology as the other brands? No, they're relatively simple watches. They're relatively simple movements, but they're a lot easier to service as well, a lot cheaper to service. Patek and some of these other brands, though, man, I don't know. My home, like I said, the Yachty. That's one of the big decisions. I decided to keep the Yachty. You want to see the Yachty or not?
Sure, bring the Yachty out, Clivey.
Yes. Of course, someone in a landlocked state should have a Yachtmaster, obviously. I'll probably wind it up just a tiny bit, but. 603.
Wow, that looks gorgeous, isn't it? You were going to get rid of that? That's a beautiful one. I love the gold bezel, and that's in yellow gold. Oh, but sorry, I can't love it because yellow gold's out.
But it also has a blue dial. The blue dial offsets the yellow gold.
Nothing wrong with yellow gold, my friend.
Well, and here's the thing. I also sent a request off to Crown and Caliber. You know how much they offered?
How much?
$5,300. Screw you, Crown and Caliber. You nasty. And I've had my local homeboys. By the way, you know what I call the Archie fans out here?
What's that?
We are the Red Dirt Diocese. I like.
But what do you expect? I mean, if Crown and Caliber,
not in marketing, for Christ's sake.
If Crown and Caliber offered you 53, that means it's worth a lot more, Clive.
Yeah, but you know, nasty, vicious vinyl. I don't know.
You should know better than to try and sell it to them, Clive.
Well, the trouble is, I've had some homeboys basically sell Datejust, and they said, actually, we got some surprisingly good quotes from our Datejust. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Oh, wait, I realize who this is. Hold on, I'm sorry. It's Clive.
No worries. Okay, I'll let you go, Clive. It's all good on the ArchieLuxury Paul Pluta channel. It's very, very good news. It's we're just talking watches. It's chilling out here. It's all very good. So, guys, I hope to do a live show tomorrow. We'll do a live show tomorrow. Let's reboot. And let's get the show underway. So, guys, I'd like to thank you for joining in, and I'll be back tomorrow. Stay well, guys.